This isn't a loop, right?
Abby guy's wife isn't an accident.
Why is that?
My wife? No.
This question you just gave us? Why is that?
Life
You
hack.
need to keep on getting numbers
I don't know.
Until what? Didn't say until anything.
until it's above 100.
You know, like it makes sense.
Until the number's above 100.
Oh, like all these life hack, you know, like there's a Facebook page.
It didn't say that.
Oh, tasty. Bro,
Turn your old spoons into eggs.
Dude, I tried to turn an egg, it exploded. I cracked the show one up. Because it broke a hole in the other, it exploded. Okay, great. Just cook it 3 seconds. Whole thing freaking exploded, man. My microwave is disgusting.
Otherwise, place the value in the next available cell, column A, and display the message. The number is too low. Continue numbers.
Said no.
Alright, man, rest of the class, so we not get it.
Anyone got the code?
Another 2 minutes, maybe? So what's the point of the drive, people? Oh, I have got it.
When they're in high school / college, you draft.
I missed something up there. What the frick? What's the point of that? Why would I
Do
draft
until. Ellie, you said do until what? Until the number equals 100? Not the cell, but the number.
Read the.
It doesn't say. It just says that the value is higher than 100, that's it.
Right, if it's higher than 100, do what?
Present the message, boom, and exit. Otherwise, place the value in the next available cell, and display the message the number is too low. And you said don't. You said not to. You said disregard
The
this.
second and continue.
And continue to input numbers.
Second time that appears, I said not to.
Said no. Sababa. Do until. You sure you did do until what? Would you write after until?
Yeah, I missed that.
Okay.
Coding down myself, I don't know how that all.
We're working hard. No! There goes my. I always forget.
Why is it there JLIC on the
Okay, so let's go and see this solution, go through the whole thing, and explain what they did. We
I
could,
could just use this.
We didn't learn this.
you could
Oh,
have,
this is just how you name it.
Guys.
You just named it. Oh, you're right.
Yo. Hello. Guys.
Yeah,
We're starting.
I think you were louder than all of us.
it's a long day, and it's not gonna work if we're not gonna be quiet and listen. Okay, so this is a slightly different way of doing it, but you could have done it with the methods that we learned up till now. I'm showing you how to do it over here in this way, but I'll also tell you what you could have done with the things that we used already today and solve the same problem. Okay, so string value, SNG value as string is declaring a variable, and BLN exit as Boolean is declaring another variable. Does anyone remember what the type Boolean means?
True or false?
True or false? It gets only.
I thought that string means a number value, not a.
No,
String is text.
No, that's what I meant, but aren't we typing in numbers?
What?
Aren't the values we're typing in numbers? Like, why are we using string if we're using numbers and not integer?
If
String is to help us get the input box. But you can do an input box regardless. It's also true. That's weird. No, like,
okay,
you're wrong. What is
I
actually one
think
string?
I think you are right. We'll see later on if there's a reason to turn this into string, but I think you're right. This should be integer for a whole name or double for with a dot, with no, it's one. Not a whole number, it could take any number. Okay? So I think you're right, this should be a number variable of some kind. Okay, we'll see in a minute. Boolean exit equals false. We said it could be either true or false. So over here, we set it up at the beginning to be false. And it will stay false until we change that. On error, go to ERR. So we have someplace towards the end, the code, the word code ERR, colon. Okay, so if there's an error, we just skip down to here. Start do, okay, is another word code. You see it has a colon after it. Okay, I'll explain this later on. For now, we don't need it. Okay? So let's just skip this one. Do. If we start do, we have to have loop someplace. Okay, so do, loop. Over here they put the until at the end, and we'll soon see what it means. Okay, so the variable that we declared equals input box, enter a number. So the number from the user goes into this variable. If this variable, if the number in this variable is greater than 100, then message box, boom, and we turn BLN X exit equals true. Okay, so the Boolean variable is now turned into true. Else, method box, the number is too low. It's not above 100, it's too low. And if it's too low, then the Boolean will not change and will stay false. So when does it change? Only when the number is above 100. If the number is not above 100, we get this message box, and the Boolean stays false. Now, and if, we got the two options of the if, and we check. Loop until the Boolean equals true. When will that happen?
What is the number is below 100?
When it's above 100. Okay, when it's above 100, this turns into true. Meaning, we'll continue doing this loop until the first time the number is above 100. Once the number is above 100, the Boolean variable turns into true. And when we get to the end of the loop and we check it, we see that the Boolean variable is true, and we exit the loop and continue on. Yeah.
I just understand what Boolean exit equals true. As a Boolean exit means false. What does that mean? That false equals true.
It has two options to be, either true or false.
You run the code.
Wait.
There's another mistake. End sub here is not correct.
Yeah.
Okay, there shouldn't be here the end sub.
But wait. But Explain why in the variable you put boolean exit equals false as the variable on top.
Yeah.
It says boolean exit equals false as a variable.
The variable is a boolean.
Yeah.
The boolean variable can accept either one of two options.
Right.
Either it's false or it's true. At the beginning, I set it up as false. The value is false.
Right on.
Okay? And this will change only when this if is met. Meaning that this is above 100. Then it turns into true. And over here I check. Did it turn into true? If yes, we're done. We'll go out of the loop. If not, we continue to loop and get another number and another number.
Sure.
Okay? So this variable is just to say, do you want to continue or not? As long as it's false, you want to continue. When do you want to stop? When you check it and it's true. What makes it change from false to true? When the number that we accept is above 100. Okay, now how could we have done it without the boolean? We just put over here exit sub, like we did last time, meaning if you're above 100, put out the message box boom and exit. So that would exit the loop. Okay? Up to now?
What if I read it and it keeps looping like
Yeah, keeps on looping non-stop.
I mean, then you forgot to do exit sub.
Until it.
Exit sub.
Yeah.
That's what
I know what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
You can't, you have to, you click exit and then it'll pop up like save or don't save. Click save.
You gotta wait till
the
it.
exit's not even letting you do it.
It's got to be until.
What?
That's the thing.
How does it end?
Just put the loop until.
It's not letting you.
Whoever equals this
That's why I wanted it instead of finish.
loop until boolean.
Okay. So like we said over here, this is one way of doing it, using a boolean, turning the boolean into false, and turning it into true only when the if condition is met. And then we just check whether it's true or false. If it's false, we continue looping. Okay? Yeah.
But in the assignment, it has to enter each bad value in the following cells. It doesn't. Doesn't
No,
it?
it doesn't do this, so we're going to add this now.
Fine.
Okay? Now, if it's not the number is too low, and what else do we want to have here?
Insert it to first row.
Says
How do you get out of the loop?
Just exit. You're done. Save it. It's not working.
You get it in the.
Right after we, right after we.
I 1 equals would this work?
No,
Why?
if we insert it yet into the column, it'll just, maybe because I doesn't have a value or a range or anything.
So in order for this to work, we need over here I equals 1.
Yeah.
Okay, now it'll work, and I add over here I.
No,
No,
it doesn't have a range.
you need a.
Why won't it work? Says
It's
I
just be one at a
1.
time.
It will just keep on going into 1. So what do we have to do?
I equals I plus 1.
Exactly. I equals I plus 1. And now every time it's not larger than 100, we put out a message box, we put it in a cell, and we make sure that if we get here again, we will be in the next cell by advancing the I, the index. Okay? Now, if there was an error, then we jump over here and we say message box invalid number, please try again.
Now you say.
Okay? So this is what I wanted you to do. Now here is the new thing that we didn't learn, and that is I can add over here resume start do. Okay? So I tell the program to resume to this code word. Where did I put this code word? Up here in the, just before the do. So if I get over here with an error, it could tell me, go back, put out this message box, and go back over here and continue to accept another number.
Isn't that a scene just as like a loop? Isn't that like a loop also? Isn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of a
Do you
loop.
crash your computer also?
But it's not a loop that, it's not exactly a loop.
Because it's only when there's an error.
Only if there's an error, I come down here and then I go back over here. It doesn't go around and around and around. Okay, now, if I run this, I enter 32, the number is too low, and it puts it in A1. I put another number, it's too low, and it puts it in 65. I enter text, it says invalid number, please try again, and it opens the window to put in another number. I enter this number, it says boom. Okay,
Like someone got it.
okay.
Someone got a loop.
So what did we do wrong over here?
By your error, you didn't put an end sub or something like that.
Not end
Or
sub,
exit sub, sorry.
exit sub before the error.
What?
No, you do error.
You got out of the division.
On this game, till it crashes.
Try pressing the escape.
Okay, how do we solve that problem?
Here.
Hey, Ellie, you got out of the screen. We don't.
So it's consistently going into it's only assuming that there's an error.
If you put over here exit sub
Oh, that's
before
what
the
it was.
error, like we did last time,
Yeah, I forgot the name of the code. Okay.
okay, then if it jumps over the exit sub if there's an error, but if there's not an error and it gets all the way